what about Lena and Adam like truly like believe this? Like they could have, like I don't think these really understand like the harm that they could have caused. Type.
And me and Lena are sitting at home on like a Friday night or whatever, reading this, and we are like trying to figure out if we believe it or not.
Adam and Lena, when you were sitting at home on a Friday night and you were wondering whether or not you should have believed us, you better watch this video from beginning to end, and then you'll realize, we should have believed them. But we are making this video because, as you guys, whoever has been keeping up, we have had a little bit of drama. Oh, my little nuggie. We've had a little bit of drama the past couple of days, and I just feel like there's a few things we need to address.
These girls are liars.
Liars.
They're known for lying though, so it's really surprising that so many people are like
believing them, but
all of a sudden, because it has to do with the Victor twins, because we're the most relevant people on the face of the planet, you guys think their word is of value. Slander, the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. Defamation, the action of damaging the good reputation of someone, slander or libel. Boop. Hey everyone, so I bet you're wondering why we have an outfit change during this video, and it's pretty simple. We saw more videos of ourselves, so here we are, ready to address all the lies again. The lie detector determined that that was a lie. I don't know if your brain is all scrambled, but we have receipts. And the receipts will be in this video. So watch from beginning to end. Make sure that you have your headphones on and the volume up, because sometimes it's only going to be audio. Yeah. So let's begin. Before we get into all the lies and the betrayal and the deceit, I need to mention that when they did the original, because now it's been 3 episodes of talking about us, but when they did the original on whatever these like whatever couple that was, they were constantly told not to name drop. I'm gonna put all the name drops right here.
Not name dropping, but gonna get to the SpongeBob twins. Don't worry.
Get your SpongeBob.
It was SpongeBob twins.
That SpongeBob twin, the one with the kid. SpongeBob twin #1 with the kid. R.I.P. SpongeBob twins. R.I.P. SpongeBob twins. The SpongeBob twins, you're dead to us.
So, as you guys know, we've had the SpongeBob twins on our platform.
No!
I never watched Bad Girls Club.
Okay, so
Sorry,
they're
but
from Bad Girls Club.
I did know who they were because I've seen some of their YouTube videos.
Oh, they're actors.
Yeah.
Actors.
They're not actors, they're reality stars.
Oh, yes.
Stars, but you know what? They've been famous for 10 plus
long
years.
time.
They've made no money.
We're just gonna start from the SpongeBob twins kept doing the botched Barbies and the shade room.
They're not even Barbies.
The shade room.
They're SpongeBob.
I never said SpongeBob. The SpongeBob twins, you're not helping me. I'm sorry.
Someone said, ask Gabby why she copies.
I don't know.
Don't say
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know who those people were.
Which one was it? The one who did. No. We do.
Talk about the dynamic duo T.
I know. I don't know
What's
what
that?
The SpongeBob twins. It was all fun and games, right?
Sorry.
Until
Don't say that.
Selena
told me, why do we get these girls that look like SpongeBob? And I was like, I really don't like them, but I guess because we are a team, so we have to agree on the host. So I was like, fine, like let me swallow my pride and apologize to these girls. I start from the beginning because it was you guys.
Bitches. In a voice memo, we never said shit back to them hoes because we don't entertain negativity. Listen, play this shit out loud. Listen.
No, yeah, be careful with what she
Listen.
says.
And for anyone saying that SpongeBob twins is not them name dropping, we are the trademark for SpongeBob twins. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you, I'm gonna insert here our trademark. So even if they say they're not name dropping, but they accidentally did a bunch of times on Gabby's name.
I got so much hate, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, babe.
It's okay. Who cares? I don't hate you. So anyone saying SpongeBob twins is not equivalent to us, here's the proof that it is, so we don't want to hear nothing.
Bitch, you want to draw pictures? I gotta draw pictures too. I take my pen and I scribbled 2 SpongeBobs. Danny and Gabby, you know why you look like SpongeBob? Because you have a SpongeBob body like a square with little skinny legs as sticks.
We are the prettiest girls in the house. And we have SpongeBob SquarePants bodies. SpongeBob Square Twins.
I'm gonna start this video by them constantly saying, we are not lying, we are telling the truth. And then we're gonna show you why they are lying and they are not telling the truth. So let's get started. And mind you, keep in mind, we're gonna be bouncing back and forth because we recorded
like different clips.
Yeah, we recorded in the hotel before someone sent us the recorded live.
We filmed earlier, I was in a different top. Now I got cozy
and now we're ready to talk our truth. We sat on the Nojumper podcast and said, this is the truth. These are what the SpongeBob twins are doing. This is how they behave. And it was a lie.
No lies, because he's just threatening to sue, and I'm not going to give you the privilege to sue.
Nope. Selena has never lied.
I've never.
On record.
Yo, I've never lied on Adam 22. I'm not gonna ever risk him getting a lawsuit. Period. Period.
You never lied on this platform. I don't want you to lie now.
Okay, it's cool right now, the narrative, but the lies are always more interesting than the truth. So let's get into the truth and be super honest and very transparent of what's happening the past 3 days.
So first and foremost, these girls said that we were basically fangirling, wrote them back in 2 seconds.
It was actually about 5 hours or something like that. And I went out, I took a piss and saw that she wrote me back. She was already in my DMs, so she was right at the top. And I wrote her back and I was like, cool, like if you're still interested in coming on Danny's podcast, let me know and we can do a YouTube.
Right.
We had no idea Adam decided to become their boss.
Yeah.
And give them a podcast show, whatever. So she came back by saying, cool, let's do a cross collab. I'm sorry, where in this message did it seem like I was like,
asked
oh my
you
God,
to come on your platform.
I need to be on Nojumper. I want to make the shade room.
Please put us on Nojumper. We didn't even fucking know. You asked us to go on your show.
I apologize to them. Within 2 seconds, they read my DM and was like, hey, girl, it's okay. Can you come on my podcast and my YouTube channel? And then we'll come on your podcast. And I was like, I kind of don't trust that.
them on first.
All right, so I guess that's where they thought I was wrong, is by unfollowing them. So I humbled myself down and followed them. They were on our podcast. I was like, okay, let me give them a follow.
Danny, what's your IG?
At XXO Danielle.
Oh, you're the verified one. Okay. Oh, you don't follow me.
Oh, take my phone, follow her.
I'm leaving.
Selena, please don't say
No, literally.
Does your guys' face ID work on each other? I'm gonna ask that.
Yeah.
Danny just tried
Please.
it and it worked.
I talk
I'm gonna ask that on the podcast, by the way.
Wait, what?
I'm waiting for my follow though, because I'm hurt.
She's following you now.
Baby, okay, and I followed her already first.
So, on their, slandering episode of Nojumper
That they took down because they knew they
didn't even post it live. They went on this whole tangent about how we said that they wanted to get paid by Adam and he doesn't even pay them and blah, 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 blah. And Selena went on to say, I've been begging him for months.
I don't care about getting paid.
I don't care about getting paid. So I'm not even getting into specifics. I'm just gonna put the audio here, so.
Kind of dumb bitch would I be like, hey, Adam, can I have my own show? And you're like, yes. I'm like, okay, how much will you pay me? That sounds weird, bitch. Like, we have nothing to do at Monday at 6 p.m. anyway. We don't care about getting paid. We're very much
paid
established.
sleeping all day.
Fuck.
Did they tell you?
That's what we're working out.
Legally, he has to pay us those. Since
He
we're
does.
his
That's what
employees.
work, and he's taking from your name, bitch.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I think he'll pay us like.
I think a percentage of what we bring in, the revenue.
Yeah, but you will never know how to prove that.
Yeah.
They show us on their YouTube things. The Josh guy literally pulls up the revenue and everything.
I would have a contract. I'm like, whatever you make, give me like every episode.
I think we should just work out. Yeah, I think we should just work out.
You need to do that.
So, Adam who's looking legit right now?
Who's lying? Who doesn't talk behind your back? Who's not saying one thing to you and saying something to... They don't owe us shit. So why are they telling us anything?
Yeah, why would they lie to impress bitches they think are so irrelevant?
And whack.
How do you go from saying we're not famous, but saying we're famous? You guys have mad clout, but saying no one knows who we are.
And I also want to point out the fact that when we were sitting at Saddle Ranch with these girls, Selena was like, you guys are the Victor twins. You guys have so much clout. You need to learn how to use your clout.
Let's not forget her mom and sister were jumping up and down. And they said her mom does that with everybody.
Yes, you FaceTime my mom and she acted so happy that I had friends. My mom is so fake. She's happy about everything. Everything. She will literally be so happy to talk to anyone.
No. She heard Victor twins and they were jumping up and down.
And she said, Mom, guess who I'm with right now?
You'll never believe who I'm having a pool day with. While she was painting on her face. Hi, Stephanie. What was her sister's name? Christina or something?
I know. No offense to her sister, because I don't really have a problem with her sister.
It was kind of a blur.
Yeah, I don't really know. But I'm just going to also insert the clips of them saying so many times, even in their episode, AJ especially would be like, you ain't famous, nobody knows you, ain't nobody know you, and then she'll say 10 seconds later, you guys are so famous, but you made no money with all your fame. So which one is it, bro? Are we famous or are we not famous?
How are you gonna sit in our presence and say, I've watched every single one of your YouTubes.
Oh yeah,
I love you guys.
Yeah,
I'm like, this
Didn't you find like makeup wipes in his house or something?
Yeah.
I remember that from the video.
Yeah, I mean, a 2-hour story time is like...
I watched the whole thing, girl. I watched your guys' fucking conversations, like your story times. I'll sit there and watch the whole thing.
Right.
It's entertaining. It's like real life.
Do it.
I just got fucking pregnant.
I'm officially verified on YouTube.
You are?
Yes.
You're past 100,000 subscribers?
Yeah, girl, I'm almost at 150.
Girl, they're famous. She's never made even over 50K in the 10 years that she's been quote unquote famous, which I don't call it famous because
I don't know who they are.
Exactly. Everyone in my DMs is like, I didn't know who they were until you introduced them to the chat. So you're welcome for the clout, babe.
Anyone knows who the hell they are or is tuned
Nobody
into what their
knows.
opinions are?
Nobody cares. Hold on. And I've been known and rich for a week, and you guys have been famous for 10 plus years. You still can't capitalize off your fame to make money. Then, bitch, go apply to Starbucks because that's where the fuck your place is.
Okay, and then another thing.
There's nothing wrong with working at Starbucks.
So
let's put that there.
But then say, nobody knows us, bitch, you knew us.
Which might be the most insane lie of them all, is the fact that these girls got on Nojumper and said that the lawyer who was in our apartment building, in my apartment, sitting here enjoying the luxury of seeing Swallow It firsthand.
Just go so out.
That he was Gabby's pimp, sugar daddy, or trick, whatever they called him. First and foremost, we met that man that night. I walked downstairs with AJ to meet him at the elevator, and I said, hi, I'm Danny, it's nice to meet you. And he said, hi, my name is Beep.
Right? Or no?
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Okay, bye. Danny, go down. No, you go down, Gabby. No, Danny, I'm not going down. I'm fucking rolling and cooking. You go down. I'm gonna put the rice on.
I don't even know this motherfucker. I'm not going down to meet someone I don't know.
So, one of you go with her, please.
I'll go with you.
Someone's coming with
Okay.
I'm putting rice and beans on.
Audio.
We're not going to mention his name. He sent us a text, and all the text will be here as well, saying that he doesn't want to be involved in the drama. I did. I got them all out already. I already did the
But he basically said that they hit him up after the podcast and told him that we told them that he's my trick. First of all, everyone in the world at this point knows I ain't the type of bitch that's a trick.
And not only that, yeah.
Like,
and we're very open about how long we go without sex, but sure, let's have a sugar daddy who's not screwing us. Take that we just met. Like, it's just. But Gabby has never had a sugar daddy. She has never had a trick. We don't get pimped out for dinners or for bags or for purses, or we don't pimp out our friends.
He was interested in seeing if we could work together.
Yeah.
And
even now he's like, I'm so disappointed because I envisioned so much with you girls. So let's clear that up. We have never had a sugar daddy. a trick, and we don't sleep for guys with money, and we don't sleep with guys to take our friends out to eat. And they're not our friends, I'm just saying anyone out to eat. Like, no one.
It's just weird that anyone would believe that when people were screaming at me that I was dealing with someone worth millions and I didn't ask for anything. But all of a sudden I'm gonna ask someone I don't even know that I just met that night for like prime rib steak. I mean, yeah, I did say I wanted steak. I wanted a steak dinner. Not them. I said, yeah, you guys can come to dinner with us, but that doesn't mean he's paying for it all. I don't even think he wanted to pay for us, but I still wanted a steak. Okay? But steak would have been good for sure.
One of the little sugar daddies were gonna come over. Turns out he's a lawyer and only wanted to do business with them. And that he did not know that they were gonna take us all out to dinner. We never went out to dinner because we were there till 9 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, these girls, yeah.
That's way too late for dinner.
And
that trick. I think she a sugar daddy. She invited over a trick to take us to dinner.
And he's a lawyer that wanted to try to manage them.
And then when he met them, he was like, never mind.
Yeah, he thought, yeah. Thank God he took our side.
Thank God.
Okay, so anyways, he did have a lawyer there. I am linking up with a lawyer. He had came, and every time they would speak, which we have footage of,
there's audio footage that I could add in.
We're saying what? I mean, but it's all true facts. Like that, there's pictures of them kissing on the lips. How can they sue me for that? Okay, but with the Lil Wayne thing though, there is pictures of them on the internet kissing on the mouth.
I can cut that out if you guys want.
I don't care.
Okay.
Girl, they can't sue us about that we're not lying about, and it's all facts.
Listen, you gotta listen to him though. He's a lawyer, so tread lightly, y'all.
No, I know, but that specific part about Lil Wayne.
Show me the picture. They're literally kissing.
They can't sue me for saying that.
No, they can't. Because I know what exact picture you're talking about.
Yeah, we should just say allegedly.
Hey, since
I'm gonna say all of these claims are allegedly.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Since you're a lawyer,
I'm gonna say disclaimer. Everything we're saying is allegedly.
I feel like if it's 100% fact, it's
It's true.
okay. That's why I don't lie on the internet.
Yeah,
Everything. All my YouTube channels, 100% facts.
Yeah, defense to defamation is true. If it's the truth,
I would
then
never
it's
lie.
defense and it's
Okay, when we start rolling, I'm just gonna say, by the way, all these things we're saying are allegedly.
Yeah.
that clears everything.
Okay, I'll say that right now. I'm gonna say, just for the record, everything we're saying is allegedly, so that y'all don't. Okay, tell me when. I'll say that.
What's that scratching on sound? Our lawyer's on standby, so allegedly.
Oh, it's yours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Okay,
that.
wait, ready? Okay, just so y'all know, all of this shit that we're talking.
We're not recording.
Oh,
I'm fixing my mic.
are we recording?
baby.
them?
Gabby, can you just make sure you hit record correctly?
Say that a lawyer standing on by so we look cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Wait.
We made
Gabby made a steak.
No, and it wasn't just steak, it was a filet mignon.
And guess who didn't eat any? Me. Because these girls that didn't want Gabby to cook, because we held them hostage, we tied their wrists and their ankles to the podcast table, and we said, no, you're finishing this podcast. Gabby, make them steak, rice, and beans, because that's what happened.
That's literally what happened, yeah.
No, Selena literally looked at AJ and said, hey, no, let her cook us a
AJ
snack.
was trying to get Cheesecake Factory because she has like this weird obsession with it. And Selena was like, no, let her cook.
So Gabby cooked.
So I did. I went out of my way and I cooked them dinner.
Wait. I don't really care, girl. I'm not that hungry. Gabby can cook.
Do you want me to just cook? Bro, I'm nasty at cooking.
Just have her make us a snack.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll freaking make a snack, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's my snack?
You can literally hear Gabby cooking in the background of my podcast at some points. So I'll insert some audio of them like being like, oh, thank you so much. It's so good. And guess who didn't eat? Me.
Over here, like,
I love you. You're our chef and everything.
I'm like, hey, listen, I'm just trying to cook for everybody.
I love you.
Well,
We didn't start, and then me and Eliza were like, yo, we're hungry. We're about to go run food. They wouldn't let us leave, literally. They started cooking us food, and we're like, okay, like, whatever.
Like we made them. I was offering to order food for 2 hours.
First of all, anyone could leave at any given time. If we held you captive in our apartment, handcuffed you to the kitchen table chairs, and said, you are not leaving until you finish this podcast, I would be in jail for at least 10 to 12, right?
For what?
Kidnapping them, because we wouldn't let them leave to get food.
Okay, like it's like not even worth bringing up because it's so unrealistic. Like y'all didn't even want to leave.
Yeah, you were gonna DoorDash.
You were gonna DoorDash to eat here, and then
Gabby goes, hey, I'll cook for you.
A filet mignon.
Yeah, and you can hear in the audio, which I will insert after this, Selena convincing AJ, yeah, just let her cook us a snack. Just let her cook us a snack. When in that audio did me and Gabby say, you can't leave? You're not eating until this is done. When did that happen?
The podcast wasn't even over. We had to take a break for them to eat. That's the crazy part.
And the even crazier part is, I didn't get to eat. I didn't get one.
They didn't breathe between bites, and they didn't leave any leftovers.
And not even for me. I didn't get a plate.
The guy ate, they ate, and my son ate.
And then I didn't.
And I took like a piece of the steak. And I was like, damn, I wish there was more.
No, it looked so good. It was like the perfect amount of like meat and
rare.
It was like,
it was red, but it wasn't too red.
It had a lot of good seasoning and stuff.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah, and I didn't get a bite of it.
I mean, it was delicious. That one piece I had, I was like,
I didn't get no rice or beans, nothing. Okay, so she said that we scheduled for 12. The text will be after we insert this. We had them scheduled for 12:30. We went to a meeting at Earth Cafe with a photographer. It ran late, so we hit them up. And we said, hey, we're running late. Do you mind coming at 1? They had no problem. They said they were grabbing food. No issue. She then proceeded to say that we were late because we had no makeup on and we can't be seen without makeup. Skirt! First of all, anyone who's a loyal Victor Twins fan, we were on reality TV for 11 years. The whole world has seen us with no makeup on. If you just scroll...
10 years. It's not 11. It's not. It's going to be 10 years this year. It's been 9.
No, it's been over a decade.
Oh, it has?
Yes, it has. We're 32. We were on reality TV when we were 22.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
And if you just, pause this video and just head to my video section, you can see there's plenty of get readies with me where I have absolutely no makeup on. Smoke with me's where I have absolutely no makeup on. So I'm pretty sure I have no problem being seen with no makeup on. Also, I posted a picture today on my Instagram with no makeup on. Everybody go like it at XXO Danielle. So that's not why we were running late, but sure, tell people that. That's another lie. They texted us at 1:04. We're here. Gabby texted back at 1:07. That is a 3-minute wait. Where is the 20-minute wait? Do not make me look unprofessional. Do not make me look like I'm not prepared for my guests that come over. You agreed that you were cool with coming at 1. It was not a big deal. And now it's a problem. They then proceeded to say that they walked into the apartment. Marcellus was running around like a madman. He was not. He said hello to them, then went into my bedroom with his iPad and his Nintendo, was set up comfortably to do what kids do. He knows when the cameras are on and we tell him mommy and auntie are working, he knows what time it is. He came out for food. He came out when we were taking breaks. He never ever was running around the apartment like he's not behaved well.
I do have my kid, so he's studying it out. Baby. Yeah.
Then they said the dogs were barking out of control. We have 6-month-old puppies. I got my dog here. Gabby has her dog here. Of course they're barking. You're new people.
They weren't
they get
barking
excited.
like that crazy though. Like,
yeah.
When we tried to put them like, no, Buddy didn't bark at all. Caesar's a barker.
Yeah, Caesar barks.
He's a yapper. He likes to yap.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Buddy. He's like, I want to get out. Let me out of here. Let me out of here.
So let's just talk about the unprofessionalism of just those statements there.
Ow,
they're making me look bad. They're making me look like my podcast is a joke. They're making me look like I don't take this shit seriously.
We get to their house. Well, first of all, they told us noon. We didn't get there till 1 because they told us they're running late. We stood outside for 20 minutes because they had to get ready to come get us. And we walk in there, right? And these 2 dogs were barking. Yeah, the 2 dogs were barking like crazy. The little kid was running around.
First of all, they said we weren't prepared.
These girls, we didn't start filming until 4 p.m.
So these girls said that when they showed up for my podcast that Gabby and I were already drunk.
First of all, they said
No, the We went to Earth Cafe for a meeting. Ran our asses home.
We went to Target first, yeah.
Yeah. Meeting, Target, home. Got ready. They walked in. We had an unopened bottle of Casamigos and an unopened bottle of Patron because we didn't know which tequila they wanted to drink.
No, she told me Patron, but we got Casamigos because
but they ended up drinking both.
They ended up drinking both. And there's an audio clip of saying how they're already drunk. They were pre-gaming.
We were pre-gaming.
Yet we were the ones that were drunk and pre-gaming. First of all, we didn't open those bottles
until you got here.
And it wasn't even immediate. It was like maybe 30 minutes after we were done like meeting each other. So another lie.
Making me seem that I'm unprofessional
and drunken
shit-faced.
messes.
Yeah.
Did we get tipsy throughout the night? Yeah, it was a long night.
Yeah. And then they said we filmed the podcast for 6 hours. Even at the end of my interview, check my other videos, I say, wow, thank you so much, girls. Thank you for doing this interview for 3 hours. How did 3 turn into 6? And it was 3 hours, including the 1 hour break we took to eat.
They also said that my YouTube's alone that I never uploaded. I didn't upload it because we talked about shit that I didn't want to talk about. And I realized after, I don't want this footage. I'd rather just have like a little banter going on instead of talking about people that I don't give a fuck about.
Right.
And we're gonna insert.
They were like, oh my god, Gabi's YouTube videos are 2 hours long. On top of the 6 hour podcast, she made us stay there for 2 hours.
We did their podcast for 6 hours straight.
Thank you for coming.
That was so
Thank you for staying for 3 hours. And
then we did the YouTube video for like 2 or 3 hours.
First of all,
we're just gonna go ahead. We don't even need to explain it. We're gonna.
It was 34 minutes for both of them individually.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna put the picture here, right here, and we can just. Where's the 2 hours at? Where the f did you get 2 hours?
But we also need to speak on the fact that she knows a psychotic fan that has literally slandered me on multiple blog sites, and now there's literally clips of her being like, F that bitch, which we will insert.
I put you guys up on my IG story and someone said that you know some chick, and we are not going to say her name, but we'll say
Those comments that I didn't know.
Yeah, so
but
everyone was like, can you bring it up because what a small world? And I was like, it is a small world. So
I want to know the backstory because I have no clue. When was this?
March.
This year?
Yes.
What? Oh damn, I thought this was like years ago.
No.
Okay. What the fuck? If you wanted to belittle her, why didn't you just call her broke for not getting her own flight?
She had no money.
Exactly. You could have just done that if you wanted to belittle her. How is offering her an Uber belittling her?
She said, the only thing I'll miss about her is her son.
Bye. But now she's going to her for all her reliable sources, which is not a reliable.
Like Gabi doing witchcraft and voodoo, which is also slander because Gabi does not cast spells. She does not do voodoo.
Something crazy though, I don't want to be too judgmental, but as soon as I came in also and I was like watching them to conversate with you guys, I was like they seem conniving. Like I feel like they're gonna do some
because they are. This bitch does witchcraft. This bitch had a shrine. No, she does. She has a shrine. She has a shrine.
You think she does voodoo?
She has a shrine. She has a shrine of and she does spells.
I hope you guys didn't leave any hair at her house.
They're taking away cameras.
I believe in manifestation. That's why I do manifestation candles. And that is it. So again, that is slander. That is putting me in a category I don't fall in. And
that's making you look a certain type of way because once you say on the internet, it stays. It's on the internet.
And the shrine that they're talking about is the vision board that got leaked, which is fine. I'm cool with it. Like everyone, it's 2020. Who the f doesn't do a vision board?
I don't.
I had a picture of this motherfucker and underneath it said move on. And guess what? I manifested that for myself. That doesn't mean it's a shrine. That doesn't mean it's witchcraft. So don't put me in that category. It is slander. I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, Drake was on that shrine too. The shrine. No, it's a manifestation board. She's manifesting Drake. Just like she manifested to move on from this motherfucker. Be mad at her for that. But do not say she's a witch and do not say she has his name in a fucking candle.
I can't. Which I even tried saying to him, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, if Gabi is a witch and she does spells and voodoo and she had Russ's name in a candle, don't you think maybe, you know, they'd be together? I'm just saying, like, if she was in fact a mean and powerful witch of the old mighty East Coast, don't you think she'd be with him right now?
No, because their rebuttal would be like, no, because she sucks at it.
There's always something. Yeah, there's always something. But do not put me in that category that is slander. That is talking about me in a way I don't want to be talked about, something I don't want to be associated with. So again, slander. And it's funny that you shitted on this psychotic fan, yet you went to her for the source. The same. If it didn't work for her, babe,
it's not gonna work for you.
If it didn't work for her and she tried her mighty best, I mean, she went to every type of source she could. To spread lies.
Extra, read all about it.
To spread lies, and it didn't work for her. Why do you think just because you sucked off 7 people and are now on Nojumper will work for you? It's not. So again, slander. Do not associate me with that. I want no parts of that. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that.
Period. Okay, so at some point in this interview, AJ says that I was an unprepared BITCH because I lost my no cards.
You did lose a few of them.
I did, but I had it memorized.
She went into like full-blown panic mode, but then I was like, chill out, sis, you got this, which she did. Hence why her interview made the shade room and not Nojumper, because they were absolute trash.
And then they tried to make fun of me that I stayed up till 4:30 in the morning watching interviews with them, so I made sure I didn't re-ask questions that were already asked or ask them in a different way.
That's what you do when you have a podcast.
So they could be answered in a different way. So I'm really confused about how I was unprepared. How is someone that watched your annoying ass, repetitive ass interviews unprepared?
Yeah, like they're dumb. Like it's, who cares? Literally. Just insert the audio of them being like, we need to be just like you. Did you have that on audio?
Professional and like serious and like, yeah, you're doing
this. I want to be on the podcast.
I'm proud of you. I love you.
Our podcast, because we were literally having a conversation about, you know, what their podcast was. We got emotional. We fucking cried on their podcast. Wow. So in return, I was like, girl, like, your podcast is like very structured, very this, but our podcast, I want our podcast to be the ratchet Nojumper.
It's more of like a conversation, not really super structured, not an interview.
They kept saying to Danny, oh my God, we need to take notes from you because we're not prepared, which they were not. Mm-hmm. So
we were prepared, but we didn't. When we're live and stuff, a million things are happening at once that we can't like really train a thought.
Now you're talking about how her work ethic. Her work ethic got you on the shade room.
On the way to the podcast, I literally told Gabby I don't want to do this, and I talked to Laura, the publicist, for about 45 minutes. I talked to every producer. I was sober, professional. They complimented me and Gabby. I expressed how miserable I was filming that, and I was like, how are you guys as producers feel about a show that just went so terribly bad? I go, they were so underprepared. They didn't have any questions for us. We had to ask them questions on their own podcast, and they're like, well, it's their first one. We really need to like coach them into like how to interview.
Adam literally even shared it on a story that day. I need to teach them how to do this because like he knows it's horrible. So I mean, cool, if we're gonna be the back end, like people are going to shit on us for it, cool. Like what else is fucking new?
Yeah,
we've been doing this for 10 years and everybody somehow
hates us.
Yeah, and it's just, it is what the fuck it is.
We went to Saddle Ranch with them. Mind you, we were supposed to go to Tao because Selena said that she had a paparazzi, blah, blah, but then the paparazzi canceled, and she said, and I quote, I don't want to go to Tao
unless it's getting comped or someone's paying for it. We went to Tao on our own bill. Yeah, it was only $139, which you guys tried to make it seem like I was drunk, acting a fool.
We had one drink each.
We had one drink each. Yeah, I said I'd smack a bitch, and I swore a couple times in front of my kid. Get the f over it. Yeah. I'll smack a bitch. For free, for speaking on my spawn.
Oh, one of their spawns.
But yeah, you guys would only go if it was getting comped. I'm sorry, what's $139 to y'all? Since she's so paid.
Right, so we ended up going to Saddle Ranch, and I asked them why they want to go to Saddle Ranch, and she showed me this Hollywood like 6 page or some type of Hollywood page, and it showed a bunch of like bloggers and like YouTubers and TikTokers that all get paparazzi'd outside of Saddle Ranch, because I was hoping I'd come here tonight and get like, you know, some.
I didn't see anyone like popping up.
No.
I'm like not hit.
Excuse me.
I don't know anybody that was there.
So I can get some pictures and get paparazzi'd, and I'm like, oh, like. It's Saddle Ranch.
And it's funny because at Saddle Ranch, in which they invited us to, and we agreed to go because we wanted to give these girls the benefit of the doubt. But Danny knew from the jump, I don't with these chicks. There's something off.
And I said I didn't even want to do Nojumper.
You know me, I'm like, no, let's just give them a shot. They seem so much nicer. Blah, blah, blah. So at Saddle Ranch, they were saying shit and they weren't making any sense about us. And I looked at them and I said, you guys have not done any research on me and Danny. This podcast tomorrow is gonna go horrible. You guys are not ready. It's gonna be trash.
Like, they told us our birthday was August 26th, 1986.
And I said,
I'm like, sis, we were born in May and in 1988. Then they asked if we would make out with each other on their interview show, and I said, no, we're not gonna do that. They're like, well, can you say that you get naked on your OnlyFans? I said, I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna get up on your show and lie. Then they asked GABI if they would talk about size, how he, what's his deal, the ins and out, and GABI literally said, I'm not doing that. I don't even want to talk to him. So if you're gonna bring him up, I'm gonna shut it down almost immediately.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, Danny in the back was like, well, shit on him, fuck him. And then I pulled her aside, I'm like, we're not about to do that. Like, I'm not going on this podcast and shit on this man no matter what he did to me. Because I got a ton of DMs like, why did you defend this man? He's shit on you, he's trash, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, that is my moral compass.
I want like the of the industry to come on and like just be ratchet with us. So I didn't understand why she couldn't come on here and say her stories, what she's known for.
We're just addressing this because it needs to be addressed. You guys think, oh, Danny, no, you guys think Danny's always in drama. It has to be Danny. Danny's the problem. No, the problem is that me and GABI give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
No, a lot of people were DMing, people that don't even follow me, that I think were from Nojumper, were like, yo, I just found you because of Nojumper, and like I've been binge watching your channels and you guys have such good energy. So if our energy was, I felt like my energy was cool in that video.
I mean, I was probably a little like, because when I was not drinking, because I was driving.
I was drinking and me and Eliza had good energy back and forth. People were like, Gabby's so loud. I'm like, well, what else is there to do? They weren't saying anything.
Yeah, so
I had to speak.
And I just, at that point, I told GABI on the way there, I really don't. It's, I think it's over there. On the way there, I was like, I really don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I just had like this feeling in the pit of my stomach. And then we get there and they didn't even do like an intro. They just immediately brought us on, start talking over each other, and then forget they even asked us the question.
Yeah.
For like seeing them for 10 minutes, like looking at how they were interacting, I was like, they just seem like they're up to something. Like,
dude,
weird.
and I felt so
Read the
bad.
comments. Everyone was like, they seemed so conniving and rude. Eliza and Selena were being polite. I was nice. I watched that back and I was like, damn, I was way too nice. I didn't even pick up on the negative energy because I was,
it was
like,
weird energy.
I was a little bit tipsy and I was just going with the flow. I couldn't feel no weird vibes, but as soon as I got in the car, I listened it back. I'm like, yep.
And let me make
shady. And the night before though, they were like, oh, we're gonna blast Russ. We're gonna blast
all of this. Don't worry, we're gonna bring the heat. It's gonna go viral. Monday comes, boom. They do our podcast. They had a attitude on our platform. They want to look better than us.
I agree about that.
They want to. Josh, stop. They want to. When you have a conversation, when they have a conversation about, yes, Selena, we will be the raunchy on your platform because you were so professional on our platform.
When we did the Nojumper, a lot of people were like,
they spilled the tea on yours. Why don't you didn't give them anything? We don't fuck anybody. We are not, quote unquote, like being tossed around from rapper to rapper, athlete. We don't have names to give you. We don't have stories to tell you. The stories we have told are on YouTube.
No, I took my down, but still.
Well, even at that, even in the YouTubes I posted one about a guy that I dated who's an actor. I never once dropped his name. If people figured out who it was, cool, that's on him. Never once dropped his name. We don't do what they do, and they're mad at us, and the viewers are mad at us.
There was no agreement.
None.
The fact that they sat there,
everything out of their mouth was a lie.
Yeah, like the fact that they sat there and said that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna drop his dick size and how he.
And we made an off-camera agreement about
there was
what we were gonna say.
The agreement was, you guys are gonna bomb this, and I feel sorry that this is gonna be so terrible. Does it surprise me that people made it about me and Danny in a negative light? No, because we get so much fucking hate that it's just like, here we go again.
Yeah. They said that me and GABI were like, yes, we're gonna talk about Russ. We are going viral. Baby, do you hear that? That is us. That's us on the Shade Room tomorrow. That's everyone talking about us. You hear that? That's the chat.
Everyone's talking about us because we're talking about Russ. First of all,
GABI
I did a YouTube video and it's been down longer than it was ever up.
We never ever looked at these chicks and said, we want to go viral. I can't wait to be on the Shade Room. I told them that I was on the Shade Room once because they were obsessing over being posted on the Shade Room. And I said, oh yeah, I've only been on there once when I told the internet I was broke. Which everybody knows. Everybody knows. Those words would never even come out of my mouth. I don't wake up in the morning trying to figure out how I can get on the Shade Room. Oh my god, I need to make it on the Shade Room, which is the most toxic site on the face of the planet. Who used my clips without permission. Yeah. So that was never a conversation that was had. They constantly talked about being posted, being seen by paparazzi. And then they asked us. The reason why it even came up is because they asked us if we were ever on the Shade Room, and Danny said yeah for being broke. That's how the conversation came up, which they knew. Let's be real. So again, another lie.
I can't wait. Maybe we'll make the Shade Room. These girls were so pressed that night.
Read the comments.
They were so pressed the night we did that podcast to get on Shade Room. She's like, the only time I've been on Shade Room was when I was begging for money.
Side note, they after their podcast, they said that whatever her name is, got sick and got food poisoning.
We knew they were lying.
We knew they were lying. I even told Gabby, if you look at the Nojumper interview that they had with us, you could see the evil eye and the hate coming from that entire section.
But we're with the negative ones because we were bored to death. Okay, cool. They blew us off. And I had a feeling too, because I went on IG Live after that while I was still at Nojumper. And so many people DM me like, yo, Selena's literally standing behind you, giving you the evil eye. It's disgusting and it's creepy.
But she did that. She did that in the Nojumper podcast. If it's not about her, she's mute. Yeah. Even on my podcast when I was interviewing AJ about her NBA story,
she looked
miserable. Like, I want to be talking about me and not this story.
That's why you were like,
I even said a comment. Oh, you must be so sick of this because you've heard it 550 times. She's like, yeah.
She's like, I don't know. I didn't know the details to right now. You did though. Or you literally just don't listen when
Or
your
I'm
friend
just so
speaks.
good at my job that I literally got her to say some shit that you didn't even know.
We knew that they were gonna blow us off. It was like blatantly obvious. But she had called, the creepy shit is, she called us and was like,
we're ordering food right now.
We're ordering food right now and then going to your crib. So it got really late and we were tired. So I called him, I'm like, hey, are you coming? She's like, well, she's throwing up everywhere. And me and Danny got off the phone, I was like, they're so full of shit. Like, they just used us to get on their podcast. They're probably reading the comments and don't like the fucking comments on the podcast. Whatever, fine.
Okay, after the show, I wasn't that drunk, but Eliza was because I'm driving. So anyway, we get home, and while we're pulling up, Eliza was like, yo, I don't feel well. Whatever happened, like, I'm not about to air that out. We got into the hotel room. We're like, yo, like, I'm just going to cancel on these girls. Like, you're too sick. Like, just go to sleep. We wiped off our makeup, went to bed. These girls were blowing up our phones.
I faked sick because I didn't want to show them. After our podcast,
I guess the truth is that, yeah.
I faked sick. I was like, I threw up. No.
Okay.
I was not with it.
Okay, yeah. She was like, dude, like, those twins were annoying us because, you know, they didn't answer any of the questions. Anyway, we go home or whatever. And these girls are, like, literally blowing us up, asking, are you guys still coming? Can you guys pack face masks? Blah, blah, blah. We're like, okay, like, I don't really... She, like, literally declined the call. I was like, girl, now they're calling you.
Declined immediately.
I was like, I was gonna tell them she just fell asleep.
Quote unquote pool party that we went to and trash talk Lena.
Why is it called a pool party when it was literally like 4 of us?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so confused about it.
But
yeah, it was a rager. It was a banger.
Yeah,
y'all.
so many people were there.
She hit me up. I didn't hit her up and she was, hey babe, you still coming to the pool today?
Well, I guess someone said on the podcast that they did that because they didn't want to have beef, but they planned on hanging out with us at the pool and then never talking or seeing us again.
The twins left the pool day and she's like, I'm never hanging out with them ever again.
No, I was over it at the podcast. That's why I faked sick.
Whatever, everything was great. Everything was whatever. That happened. There was like no beef then, right?
There was no beef.
Yeah.
No. And the only reason why I was like, are you guys still coming to the pool is because I dubbed their calls all night. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to make a video. So I'm going to invite them to the pool and clear the air. And then after that, it was on fine terms. So I was like, that's fine. But I never want to hang out with them again.
But that's literally sociopathic.
Again, it's a lie.
And then people are like, you guys were friends. We just met each other. What friendship was built in 48 hours?
Yeah.
Were we cool? Is there a cool vibe, especially with me and AJ? Yeah.
I'm honestly amazed about how fast you guys were friends and how fast.
Bro, we were not friends. It
was
business.
No, I'm saying that
they
the people
think
out
we were
there,
friends because we filmed
That's
videos. Look, that is business. It was business, bro.
Exactly.
We were not friends
because we're nice.
No, but
I'm sorry. The regular public does not understand
Did you
YouTube.
hear this? The
ignore
psych
that.
wards thought we were their friends because it's business,
No, you guys are just explaining that you already had bad vibes from them before they.
Bro, we had bad vibes. I was not
building a friendship, maybe. Building, maybe.
That's not what it felt like.
Building.
It was business.
How can you be friends with someone after 72 hours of knowing them? Huh?
True. Exactly. But I'm saying that.
We're your new friends. Fuck that.
But I realized, and you guys hear me on the Nojumper podcast say, you guys act stupid, but y'all are very calculated, malicious, and you just play this role. And they admitted it. And then someone checked them, or they checked themselves like, oh, we shouldn't admit that because we need people to think we're dumb. Come on now. It's literally in the Nojumper. I called them out on that shit. So we go to the pool, which was AJ's ex, which she told me was a producer. Your thing's dying, but we'll just go to it. Told me was a producer, and I have to make demo tracks to give to this major producer. She agreed to do it.
We're gonna make music together. Yes! We're gonna write your shit, we're gonna rap it, sing it, whatever. We should make a song together. Girl, I wrote magic.
So I was like, cool, Marcellus can enjoy himself at the pool, and then like before we leave, we can do this.
I didn't want to go.
She didn't want to go, but I was like, Marcellus will love a pool day. We go. I did not leave Marcellus by the pool at all. I literally did I leave him at all?
Nope.
At all. I even FaceTimed my father, and he's like, how's my grandson? You know I don't like him by water, because we're not like a swimming type family. And AJ was literally like, can you adopt me? And also, she's a helicopter mom. She hasn't gotten out of her son's ass.
And when you weren't with him, I was.
And then that dude that they said that I forced to watch my son.
This pool day, right? I kind of like they're being kind of
negative
shady and you know whatever.
Bro,
but then
they left their son in the crib for my ex.
Yeah, we're not talking about kids.
Okay.
Goes, hey, Marcellus was in the pool. Mind you, Marcellus could have been in the pool till the sun went down.
Yeah, we did that yesterday here at the hotel.
So the guy was like, hey, do you want to go inside, little man? Chill on the couch. I have a big screen TV and I'll put you on to Dragon Ball Z. It took Marcellus, even with him saying that, like 30 minutes to get out the pool because he was having so much fun. So the dude and Danny brought Marcellus in the house, and I'm the one that took all the pictures of Eliza and Selena that they've been posting up.
The 100K with the
100K, the bathing suit ones, all me. So you guys had no issue with my sister and that dude bringing my kid in to play Nintendo while I took care of y'all shit.
Let's just talk about the picture taking really quick. We never...
Another outfit change because there's so much
going back and
editing.
forth. So anyone who's mad that this is taking so long, it's because there's so much lies that we just like
we couldn't even keep up.
Yeah, it's like what? What a waste of our time and energy. The stress I have.
It's gonna be
a pimple
so
on my forehead, like. So about this pool party and the fact that me and Gabby were covered in makeup, and I didn't actually wear makeup. Danny did. And she was blatantly obvious. She was like, Danny took one picture and was like, I'm taking no more because my makeup is melted. Yeah. Like. And I didn't wear makeup. The reason why I had them come up is because I had to get my son ready before I got myself ready, because I always get him ready first. And they said that they just wanted to relax, not touch their phones, yada, 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 yada.
Tuesday comes, they're like, let's go early in the morning so we can have all day to relax. I was like, okay. We get there
relax.
First of all, you guys were like, let's go to the pool. He lives in a 5-star mansion. We were thinking he had an infinity pool. You said he had like 17 rooms we could take pictures in. So we were like, cool, bet, let's bring a suitcase because we can get IG content while in LA because I barely post and I'm trying to be more active on there. And so that's what happened. AJ's friend, aka her ex-boyfriend, they had his roommate go out and buy them balloons for the $100,000 pick. Selena bought a 3 because she planned on taking her $300,000 pick. And even when she was sitting outside doing her face makeup, mind you, Selena's face is covered in freckles,
which is so pretty, by the way.
It's very cute. When she was sitting there painting her face,
Even AJ's ex-boyfriend was like, damn, girl, are you a mannequin? And she goes, what are you talking about? He's like, how many layers of makeup are you putting on? She goes, I'm beating my face. He goes, have you seen the movie Mannequin? But yet we planned on doing a photo shoot and we used you for clout. We didn't plan on taking no pictures with y'all. We planned on taking pictures for ourselves. So what the fuck you mean clout? Like, what does taking pictures at the same place you're at have anything to do with using you for clout? You literally verbatim said, thank you guys so much for getting us a ton of followers. Then you wanted to use Adam and Lena as a reason why. No, you've been with Adam and Lena for a while and you started jumping when it came to us. And then when you stopped talking about us, you probably realized you were jumping less and then realized you needed to talk about us more. So you started the slander, and that's why we're here, isn't it? The slander, the defamation. Do you hear that? That's the judge in the courtroom finding you guilty. Order in the courtroom.
So we're like, you know, it was only common courtesy to at least ask, like, hey, do you want me to cash app you? They didn't even ask her friend. They ordered hella food, which thank God her friend is really wealthy. So
I paid him back for it.
Yo, yeah, you paid him back anyway.
I paid him back because I felt bad.
It was like almost $300
with that
cheesecake,
bro. Even when
that cheesecake factory, on
even when they left, he was like, "Those are psycho. Don't with them no more." And we were like, "Yeah, we know." We were like, "That was the last time." Okay. And then this shit goes down.
Okay, yeah, okay. No. We're not even close to the tea. Cheers. This is just facts.
Cheers. Even at Saddle Ranch, Shorty literally gave the dude the card, and we went to pull out ours, and she was like, nobody's paying, I got this 100K, and I looked at her and I said, listen, you're gonna blow through your money doing stupid like this. We got our own money, you don't need to do this. And she goes, baby, no, 100K, baby, 100K, baby. Yeah, she didn't want us to pay, but they want to sit there and say, we're broke. Oh, they never offered to do, we did offer. So again, you're lying and making us look a certain way, which is not true. Because they're going off blog pages and haters' information. Everything they said was a lie. What? Like, even down to our text messages and how conversations went. Like, we made an agreement to talk about Russ's dick. Like, are y'all are you mental? And then you want to be like, oh, they had negative energy, they're haters. First and foremost, you knew that we don't get down like that. So you should have had someone else as your guest. Yeah, period. You reach out to me. Selena saw my tarot readings on TikTok. She saw my TikToks that were going viral, that were tarot readings, and so she hit me up. We need a reading ASAP. And decided to be like, oh my God, babe, I'm so sorry. So Danny was like, yo, ask her to come on the podcast because that's originally how it started last year. She ended up doing it. And she was like, well, can we do cross promo and you come on ours? Cool. So we rewatched the clip with, no, I already have that. We rewatched the clip of Adam and these girls saying, F your kid.
Words of a legend, and I say this as someone who's about to have kids, F your kid. Where is that from?
Kid. Allegedly.
What is that from?
Now we're talking about your kid. Fuck your kid.
No, I'm just
allegedly.
Kidding. I care more about her kid than her in this whole scenario.
Say fuck your kid.
And you can hear Eliza in the background say, die slow to my kid. I didn't even notice that, so I put it up on IG and everyone was extremely baffled by it. No. It's a strong no. Yeah, even Caesar said no. Yeah, right, baby. I know. Yeah, get him. Yeah, get him all. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, baby. We don't need to say much on this. You're not about to talk about a child in that manner and think it's and I also want to say this really quick because a lot of people were like, you put yourself in this situation, you should have protected your kid and not had him around those people. It's a podcast. It's a podcast. You act like we went to a nightclub and I brought my kid and we were raging. Okay? And first of all, we're not going to trust no babysitter in the middle of a pandemic. Like, and not only that, sex trafficking in California is like at an all-time high. He's not leaving my side. Another thing is, if these girls had acted how they were acting on this podcast, which is probably generally who they are, evil human beings, we would have never showed up to the podcast and we would have never went to the pool. If I knew this is who you actually were. Like, who talks about someone's dog vomiting in the web?
Yeah.
I'm just so...
Like we purposely made him vomit.
Oh my god, our dog is an awful person and we are awful people because he had diarrhea.
It wasn't even diarrhea, it was vomit.
And he was
combo.
And he was taking medication.
Yeah.
And you're mad at him because he got, oh, these chicks suck because their dog vomited. Okay.
And now you're a doggy mom. God bless.
Oh, and not only this, I have a screenshot. They keep making fake accounts and we know it's them because they already admitted to making fake accounts, leaking my address. They made a fake account to comment on my dog's Instagram page, Little Caesar the Frenchie, and someone said, whatever her name is, her dog's Instagram account is cuter than yours. And the one person liking the comment, the two people liking the comment were her and the dog. I'm like, you guys are literally bad, crazy, and psychotic. And now you're stalking us.
And it's crazy because...
And you're harassing us and you're making me uncomfortable. And you're actually making my dog's Instagram page uncomfortable.
You're not gonna talk about my kid. You're not gonna talk. And to everybody saying, read the room, you should have known what they were about. We knew they were shady. Okay? That's cool. It was business.
And then the only reason we went to the pool is because they were fake. You guys can literally see
how fake
they are throughout the interview.
So I convinced Danny, because I like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, let's just go. And it can also be beneficial.
I said, no, Gabrielle, I sense some evil eye.
And she was right.
I'm always right.
So I need to start listening to her more. And you're not going to be fake in front of me, in front of my kid, and then tell him to die slow, me to die slow, and your kid. This Nojumper knows they crossed the line. Praising me as a mom, and Selena was
hugging your son and kissing him on the forehead,
begging us to sleep over. If you guys wanted to dead us after this pool party, why were you begging us to sleep over? That's why my son was like, oh, are we sleeping here? Because they kept saying it out loud. Oh, just sleep here. And you know, kids are sponges. So my son's like, well, are we sleeping here? Are we having a sleepover? And me and Danny were like, no. Mind you, he ordered Cheesecake Factory and we did offer to pay. Hey, you don't need to pay all this. He goes, no, I got it.
Yeah.
And we thanked him 55 million times for his hospitality. And for him playing video games with my son, etc., etc., etc.
Everything's a lie. Like, everything's a lie.
Speaking on anyone's child,
or just lying in general,
in a slandering way, it's like, you're so I literally cannot begin to explain to you.
Then they called him a spawn. So you're gonna hug up on my sister's kid and then call him a spawn?
And then the pool date. So after the food comes, how convenient, right? We're eating, and after we're done eating, the little, you know, one of their spawns comes up and was like, hi, sir, can we spend the night? And then we're like, yo, you really had to,
because his mom told her to
Jake,
do that.
come up and say, can you spend the night? Oh, me and her were like, fingers crossed, please say no, please say no. And he was like, and then one of the thingies,
she got
we're like, no, one of the things was like,
the big.
It's okay, we're gonna go home. We're like, ah, you're going home. They went home.
Damn it.
They went home.
During the Nojumper podcast, a lot of people were talking about me as a mom. So when we were by the pool, I was talking about it. And I'm like, and Selena and AJ literally go, because they have nothing else to say about you, babe. They don't know you in real time. It's just internet. And you kept hearing them. Internet in real life is different. And they put the on.
But the thing is, you can't go on a public platform with 3 million followers and lie about how people live, what was said, because that's defamation and that's slander. And Gabby, go ahead and read those definitions, because we pulled them up for anyone who wants to argue in this comment section about whether or not that's a fact or not.
Slander, the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation.
As a mother.
As a mother. I don't even care what y'all say about me as a person.
Or our money and how we're broke.
I don't care. I literally don't care. But as a mom, I want sole custody of my kid for a reason. If you guys invite my kid to a pool, yes, and you guys are giving us energy like you're not fake as sociopathic.
I didn't want to go. I did that for you because you wanted her to do the demo. That's the only reason I went.
But I also wanted him to have a pool day. It was good for him. He literally had a great time.
Yeah.
My son had a great afternoon. Hence why I was like, oh, are we staying? Because they kept saying it out loud. So
then I go to CVS with Selena to get wine and makeup remover wipes
because she begged us to
she wanted us to stay and do face masks and watch scary movies. So as we're driving there, she's like opening up to me about like how she doesn't have good credit and they keep getting disapproved for apartments, and I asked her if she had anyone to co-sign for either one of them. She said no, and that they want to pay for a house in cash because that's the only way they're going to be able to do it. And then she asked me what it's like living with roommates. Now all of a sudden they're making fun of me for having 2 roommates.
Tell you to have a fake storyline and do all that so you guys can get rich on OnlyFans instead of living in an apartment with 3 other roommates.
And we're broke because of it.
The thing is, they put it on a public platform with 3 million followers, and they stated it as facts. They never said allegedly. They never said, well, maybe or possibly. They literally went on their platform and spoke as if everything they were telling you was
defamation.
Was the truth.
The action of damaging the good reputation of someone, slander or libel.
Boop. When people get on these platforms and spew these lies, it then brings these armies of people into our life and our energy that are literally not speaking the truth and giving us anxiety and grief for things that have never happened, were never said, that were never done.
Yeah.
And now you did it on a platform with reckless following, are now in our circle and will not leave us alone. You have harassed us, you have lied on our name, and now you have an army of people doing the same. They told us to die.
To wish death on somebody, a slow death.
R.I.P. SpongeBob Twins.
Anyway,
you're buried 6 feet under.
Hold on, baby. Give it.
You're forgotten.
Let's have a funeral for them because they just died.
Dear God.
You don't gotta die to be dead to me, bitch. Oh, sorry. You don't gotta die.
Dear
you
God.
are having a funeral for
bless
the fucking
these
Bosch
lost souls. They're in hell.
No.
You're dead to me and you're in hell.
To die?
No, I don't want you guys to die, but you're dead to us.
No,
So,
the SpongeBob Twins, you're dead to us. Die slow and steady.
Like, Eliza really is evil.
They're both evil.
They're calculated, they're malicious, they're evil.
And Selena has gotten away with talking about so many people
it stops
she thinks
now.
Yeah, it stops right now.
And it's with the Z-list look at it's gonna take a Z-list celebrity. Cause I get it. I get why these bigger people don't want anything to do with you, so they'd rather you just lie on their name. We got time though. Because what you did is you fucked with me as a mother. You fucked with my kid. I don't play. And that's why last night in the heat of the moment, I was like, I'm gonna put my son to sleep. Pull up. Cause I don't give a fuck. Do not with my kid. Do not be in my kid's presence, touching his hair,
rubbing his back,
rubbing evil eye all over his shit, begging us to fucking stay, to ever slander me as a mother. I am not gonna let no motherfucking stranger watch my kid to do your hour-and-a-half podcast.
He's gonna be with me though.
So?
Yeah, he's gonna be in the back. I'll bring his iPad.
Yeah,
and chill.
he can sit on the couch. We have a whole
I
area.
literally can't move without him.
No.
It's so cool.
And you yourself, at the pool that you invited us to so Marcellus could have a swim day, said, what kind of mother would you be if you had just left him with anybody? Now I am an ancient mom though. It's just like, you can't do that. Cool, lie on our names, people do it all the time. It is what it is. But me as a mom?
Okay, but people lie on our names in the comment section. What they don't do is lie on our names on a platform that has 3 million followers. That's when it becomes defamation, and that's when it becomes slander. Because now you got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people coming to our page with information that isn't true. I don't really have. And Gabby didn't finish her statement, but when they were wishing us to death and holding hands and praying rest in peace,
it takes
an evil person. But that woman who we've never met, whose podcast it was that they jumped on, she's visibly uncomfortable. She looks like she doesn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
She doesn't know us. This is probably not what she's used to, and I just have like no words. But the reason it's no longer posted is because the producers or whoever was in the room
I even hit up the producer that loved us and started following us, and who is still following us, and said, this is not your fault, I understand. You weren't sitting at that table. However, you do know that lines were crossed and now legal action is gonna be taken. I am in LA. Everywhere I go with my kid. If we have a late dinner, he's there. If we go out to eat, I'm there. We're going to the pool, I'm there. I move, he moves. I can't. I actually cannot. We did the Nojumper podcast. I showed up with my child. I'm sorry, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic, okay? Do you really think I'm gonna be in a different state where my parents are not here and leave them with some random stranger for the hour and a half we were there to film this boring ass podcast? No. So the second we walked in, Laura, who is the publicist, said, oh, he's beautiful. There's a kid on set. No one can smoke. There's no smoking. I brought my son's tablet. He had his earphones in the whole entire time until Chick-fil-A came and Laura or whatever, who was that other really nice lady who was sitting with Marcellus like the whole time basically?
She was white with the ponytail?
Yeah.
She was their assistant that they fired because she brought Prosecco and not champagne.
They fired her?
Mm-hmm. They were like making a big joke about it. She got fired because she brought the wrong champagne. She brought wine. I'm like, okay. And she said, AJ said that was her sister's friend and she works with a bunch of celebrities and that was her trial run and she failed.
Anyways, she was with Marcellus like the whole time, and so when they brought him his Chick-fil-A, that's the first time he took out, which was the very end of the interview. And you hear him in the back go, oh, it's so good, mommy.
Yeah.
And I looked at my son, I go, I love you so much. And for some reason,
that makes her a bad mom.
That makes me a bad mom.
Yeah.
So now you're giving us stress. Now you're giving us anxiety. People are literally even bringing up my son's father, who hasn't been in my kid's life for almost 2 years.
Who talks about kids? How evil and awful of a human being.
He deserves cuss. Are you guys?
We're here to tell you that what we've seen so far, what we've heard so far, what we've witnessed so far is a lie. And you will not be lying on our names. You guys might think we're a joke. You might think that we're crybabies and miserable and maybe not that smart, but we're very smart.
People are like, oh, you're grown. Why are you
fighting with 22-year-olds? I don't give a shit how old you are. You're not about to get on a platform.
You're grown enough to talk about dick on social media platforms. You're grown enough to drink.
Right, then we're just chilling. I was watching the Jersey Shore. I was watching Teen Mom 2. You know,
finally actually relaxing for once.
What? We took off our makeup. We did a face mask. Then I go on Twitter. I search my name like I always do. I saw Dream Doll tweet me. And I was like, this really isn't getting that much.
Should I look you up?
No, Dream Doll tweeting me. I don't care. So anyway, and by the way, Dream Doll did not have an @ on it. So if it's not @ me, like, it can't be respected.
First of all, we get paid regardless, so we don't care about a tag. That's why these bitches care about a tag, because they're not paid.
Hold on. Baby, we're still on Tuesday. Okay. Baby, hold on.
Well, they were never paid.
I know. So anyway, we go to, Dream Doll was tweeting at me, whatever. She never tagged me. All the comments underneath was like, this is about Selena Powell. So that's how I saw it. I didn't really pay much attention, right? Then, no, I didn't really pay attention. I didn't care. I was like, I should respond to this. I was like, should I respond? Like, nah, whatever. I even told her, I was like, yo, Dream Doll's tweeting about me. She's like, oh, like, that's nothing new, whatever. Then she hits me in the head and was like, on the shade room. And I was like, what? For what? And she's like, Dream Doll. I was like, I should have tweeted her back. We get calls from these SpongeBob and was like, tell the shade room to give us our tag. Our tag. That's me in the video. Oh my God. That's my podcast. That's my podcast.
Die
and
slow.
I was like, yo, like, what do you...
Die slow.
Why do you want...
Die slow.
I was like...
Next morning, I'm like, look, I do not ever want to see these ever again in life. So let's make up a story like we have to go meet our realtor, which this bitch, you guys keep getting declined for a house. No, we got declined for a apartment because they wouldn't let us pay 12 months in cash rent up front, and that's what we want to do.
These girls said that they got denied from one apartment. When we were at our friend's pool party, they wanted us to sleep over so badly. She was like, no, let's go to CVS, let's get a bottle of wine, because I wanted to do my true crime, which didn't end up happening. She's like, let's just go to Ralph's, let's get wine, we'll get makeup wipes, we'll do face masks. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I know I'm not sleeping over, but maybe I can just go get wine, bang out my true crime, so when I go home, I can literally just go to bed. So we go to Rouse, she's like talking to me and she's asking me how I like living with roommates, and she tells me that, you know, they got denied by a bunch of apartments. And I said, well, you don't have a cosigner? And she was like, no, we don't have a cosigner. We're trying to pay for a house in cash. They said they got denied once, and then AJ said they got denied because they wanted to pay for the full year in cash. If you get approved, if your credit gets approved for an apartment, they don't care how you pay.
Exactly.
You can pay in cash. You can pay in credit. What the fuck are you talking about? Again, they don't even know how to protect, like, save their own lives.
And I just want to say,
and you asked me to be a goddamn roommate, and that was one of the things, and they skipped right over that.
But I want them to say that they tried to make it seem like Marcellus wanted to stay there because he didn't want to come back here. First of all, look at him right now. You can hear him in the back. He's playing fucking Sonic, living his best life, chilling on TT's bed, in which we all sleep. Because guess what? We don't live here. We just come to visit. And also, the reason why my son asked, are we sleeping here, is because they kept begging Danny and I to sleep over. A 6-year-old will be like, well, are we staying here? Because I'm on this flat screen TV playing Dragon Ball Z, and I'm trying to do it till 1 a.m. No, we never. They were like praying. We said we would say we're not sleeping over, but no.
But was begging us to stay. And then on the way out, we love you guys so much. And then they say in the audio, we plan on never seeing them again. I never want to see them again. You guys are sick. You guys are literally proving to the world that you're sociopaths.
Yeah.
You're pathological liars. You can look in someone's face and literally say, I'll help you find your dog, but you killed it.
Yeah.
It's psychotic. You need help.
Yeah.
You need professional help.
Yeah.
And that's like literally what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You need professional therapy and help.
Yeah.
You're a sociopath.
You just were the sociopath to the wrong people,
because you're not about to lie on our name and make us look like we're crazy.
No, or that we need you or want you in our lives. Bitch, you're lucky you were in our presence for this long.
The SpongeBob twins kept blowing up our phones talking about, why didn't the Shade Room tag us? This is my podcast. Like, I want the credit where credit is due. And I was like, girl, like, to be honest, I literally told them, I was like, to be honest, I've been on the Shade Room since 2014. And they barely started using my name, Selena Powell. They always used to call me the industry...
The Black Widow.
The Black Widow.
Black Widow.
The Black Widow, or hashtag industry hoe, or whatever. They started threatening the Shade Room, like, with lawyers and stuff.
Like saying, we're getting you fucking deleted.
Yeah, and I texted him.
No, you're not.
I texted, and she was like, you promised that you would tag our podcast because you knew the Shade Room was gonna pick you up. And I was like, girl, like, I don't want to be in the problem with y'all. Like, to be honest,
she's like, the Shade Room picked my podcast up. The Shade Room posted you because it was my podcast.
It was my question.
The Shade Room posted because Selena said.
Because I was like, hold on, girl. I've known you for 72 hours, and the Shade Room has literally posted me consecutively over and over and over and over and over. And now I have a podcast, which I really want to grow. So I'm like, the Shade Room is hitting me up like, we're gonna take this down because they're threatening lawsuits. I'm like, girl, I'm not in this. I told the Shade Room, I'm not in this. Like, let me exclude myself by unfollowing these girls so you know I'm not picking no sides. So I was like, okay, let me unfollow them so the Shade Room knows, like, I'm not in this. I never said SpongeBob bitch. I never said I'm beefing with you because I'm unfollowing you. I never said, oh my God, I'm on the Shade Room. Bitch, I'm on the Shade Room every month. That had nothing to do. They literally, their argument was, you unfollowed us because when people go to your platform, they're gonna see that you're only following 13 people and they're gonna follow us. That's not why. No, like, I have no beef with you.
They posted Danny. Danny made us think about it on the Shade Room. Selena had called me and said, what are you doing? I said, oh, we're doing our nails, and then we booked the room or whatever, and she was like, I'm gonna do a repost shit on Dream Doll. I'm gonna put you guys' at your twin page and swallow it. And I said, not our personal pages, because this is never about followers. I don't, like, it's not about that. I said, cool. So she posted up and didn't tag us. So that post and another clip of Danny's, the same exact one, got reposted again. And then she unfollowed us. Before, mind you, she unfollowed us before I went in on her, like, what's good with your fake ass energy? Hence why I texted her, I go, so let me get this straight. You got posted on the Shade Room because of Danny. Then you hit me up and told me you were going to put her at because you knew you were going to get reposted. You didn't because you're a hater. And when I call you out on it,
saying, what kind of energy is this? Like, what energy are you on? So she said to me, you're literally being so shady, trying to get me off the shade room because they posted us. It was never about you. It was about at least hashtag swallow it.
That's it.
That's it.
Because at least when they hit swallow it, they'll find my post. Yeah.
It's not that deep. You knew we would make TSR.
Because you called us and told us that you were going to be reposted and you were going to add our app.
Exactly. Hence why I said, what's good with your energy? And you unfollowed us the second you got reposted because you did it. Mind you, at this point, AJ was still following us. She's just a follower. So she goes, that's not my issue if a blog tags you. That's also not copyright. We tried to be nice and literally the whole time y'all shading us. At what point did we shade them?
Because our answers were shade because we weren't being like, yeah, I fucked Polly too.
That's not being shade, that's us being like, this is a boring ass interview, y'all weren't ready.
Yeah.
And if you had an issue with that, why did you hit us up the next day to chill and to have a slumber party? And we took ourselves out of that situation. You come on our platform and refuse to answer anything. You didn't ask us anything. You had nothing ready. You had nothing prepared. While we came on yours and literally spilled the tea.
Because I did my homework.
Mind you, you should be thanking us because of our podcast, you made the Shade Room. The Shade Room refused to tag me for years. Everyone knows who you are.
Oh.
But we're irrelevant.
But you just said,
and we're out chasing you.
Again, on the Nojumper, you said nobody knows who you are, including that guy we have never met before, saying nobody knows who you are. You haven't done TV in 10 years. You're a broke joke. The SpongeBob twins. So again, defamation of character, slander on our name.
Which one is it? Because in my text messages, you're telling me everyone knows who we are, but on your 3 million platform, you're shitting on us and our bodies. Except in real life, you're like, yo, I want to go do my body and have it look like yours. So, like, which one is it? I'm like so fucking confused. The Shade Room refused to tag me for years. Everyone knows who you are, so a tag shouldn't have been that deep to try to remove anything. It wasn't about y'all. You even called me and said, I'm about to get reposted, let me tag y'all. It's about that fake ass shit. What would have been to you if you added swallow it and it was in the caption when they reposted you? Eliza was in the clip too, and you didn't see her messaging them for a post.
Because it wasn't her podcast.
Oh my god, it's like they're just so dumb.
It was my podcast.
So I responded and said, it's her podcast, you legit just used us. LOL, it's cool though, take care. So she writes back, whatever the case may be, I don't fuck with shadiness. You're the definition of shade. You're a dark ass entity. You're scary and you're a dark soul, literally walking earth. If y'all had an issue with being tagged, why not hit me up to see what I can do? You call. What are you talking about, bitch? You literally called me and said, hey, I'm about to do this repost. I'm going to at you because I know I'm going to get reposted. We had a conversation. What do you mean? What do you mean? But they left all this out on, I bet they left this whole conversation out. Just played my voice memos. I could have tweeted about it and they posted. Y'all dragged the Shade Room, making them ask me whose side am I on. That doesn't even make, like what? That doesn't even make sense.
She said that they contacted her and was like, we're about to delete this post because she's threatening to sue us because we took her clip without permission. And
so they know it's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you f***ing up my business when you could have just been nice about it. We had a whole conversation on the phone, you weird ass bitch, and it was cool. We ended with, cool, I'm about to do this tag, see you at the hotel, babe. That's what you said. What do you mean be nice about it? It was a civil conversation. Then you went and did your shadiness. We weren't shady. Me calling you out, saying, what's good, what energy you on, is me being a grown-ass woman being like, what exactly are you doing? If followers mean that much to you, need to get your priorities straight. Eliza never been pressed for a tag and neither should y'all, especially when it's so easy to resolve.
It's my f***ing job. It's my work being reposted with zero recognition. Zero. None. Which everyone thinks it's your f***ing podcast. They think it's Nojumper. So that's
up my, right there, it's f***ing my bag.
Yeah.
Shade Room just f***ed up my bag. Yeah, so anyways, I sent her 20 voice messages, like literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I said, I'm not f***ing up. And her response was, I'm not f***ing up with the Shade Room or any industry connects because y'all are threatening them, period. I unfollowed everyone who follows Dream Dove too, because that's the time I'm on. We have a whole podcast with you and a bunch of lives too. Clout isn't something I'm trying to take from you. It's business.
So you're trying to take business from us?
Exactly, because you're jealous. So I just sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
and then blocked her.
And then I blocked her. They didn't give the backdrop on that story. That's the backdrop. This literally was not about our personal pages. It was not about trying to get followers. This was about, yo, just tag Swallow It. Swallow It is not even close to what platforms we're on. It's literally a small growing thing for Danny. What would that have been? You're saying we could have resolved it. We did. You called me, told me you're gonna do something, and didn't do it. So now the shadiness is you. And when I call you out on your energy, you wanna do some reverse psychology. I'm grown, baby. It don't work on me. So you can make me look crazy. My voice memos look crazy. I was absolutely in the right.
What I've come to the conclusion is that when they got reposted on the Shade Room, and she said she hasn't been reposted in years, and she realized, because when we were at Saddle Ranch, she looked at us and was like, you guys are super popular and you don't use your clout to your advantage. Like, everyone knows who you are. You really need to start using your clout. Like, you guys are popping. Do something about it. And I realized right now, as I was listening to Gabby speak, when they realized that my podcast, A Nobody, since nobody knows who we are, got reposted on the Shade Room, she realized, oh, these bitches really are kind of popping. Let's beef with them and get even more clout.
Yeah.
And now it's backfiring on you.
As much as Marcellus loved the pool day and it was great for him, it was just another lie to get us somewhere, I think, just to manipulate us and then shit on us, which is sick.
Yeah.
I put a disclaimer in the top of my video. You cannot use my footage without my consent.
Nope.
And then Shade Room posted it. And then all these other blog posts like Hollywood Unlocked, Media Takeout, all these places are reposting my interview and they think it's Nojumper.
Yeah.
They think that I'm on Nojumper. They don't even know who the fuck I am. So excuse me if I'm upset that I put in this hard work and I want to be recognized for my hard work, so that way when I hit up people in the future to come on my podcast, they can say, oh, well, I did see this one interview with this girl and she did a pretty good job. I don't mind. I'm probably going to do her podcast. That is what I wanted. I didn't want clout. I didn't want followers. I wanted recognition for the fact that I stayed up till 4:30 in the morning preparing fan questions to ask you. And they were so good and so juicy, it got reposted for you. Not for me. Not for me. So they're trying to make it seem like we're jealous and this and this and that. No, I work hard. I stay up late. I take my podcast seriously. I'm sorry if I want a motherfucking tag for my motherfucking work. My work. My podcast. Everyone on these blog pages thinks that's the Nojumper podcast. They don't even know that it's mine.
First of all, Gabby never asked this girl to show her bank account.
Oh my god. We were literally sitting at the counter before we started filming my YouTube. And she was like, look at my bank account. She went into her account and showed me her statement and said that she was dead broke before she went viral. So I looked at her dead ass in the face because I'm a genuine human being and I said, girl, don't show me your money. Don't show anyone your money. Don't trust anyone. And then she's trying to say that we're broke. You wouldn't know any type of income I have.
We didn't talk about our money.
I would never speak to you.
After my Shade Room experience, and everyone still to this day calling
After
me
my
broke.
experience with that psychotic fan, you think I'm gonna talk to you? And look at you, now you're using her to shit on us.
Especially now that I've like blown up, I'm like, I'm never gonna like talk about my personal business.
No,
random
hell no. And that's one thing, like you guys I feel super comfortable with, and even now I'm like, am I being too trusting?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Because I've been through so much. I'm like,
well, and you guys have been through so much with other people in the industry too, that it's like you thought you could trust them, you were friends, you were cool, and then they fucked you over and tried to expose you for shit that you trusted them with. I totally understand.
Yeah, so it's like very like nerve-wracking, you know? But it's also like, how are you supposed to live life? I don't want to live my life being scared of people. I want to be like, well, hey, I put myself out there, and if you want to take advantage of that, that's your karma. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And honestly, the girls that are gonna go out and expose you after they were your friends, they make themselves look bad. Maybe they'll get the clout from the drama at the time, but people are not gonna support them the way that they support you for like, they'll get the views, but they're not gonna get the support.
And not only that, like, to this day, years later, people like will comment,
you're broke, you were on the internet. Oh,
Okay,
even about this video. So sis, you really need your rent paid. And it's just like, after that, I'll just never tell anybody how much money I don't have or do have. So we damn sure didn't tell you, but keep telling people that we're broke and that we've never made $50,000 or $5 or 50 cents or 100,000. You don't know how much we've made. So that's baffling that you would ever even speak on my money when that was never a conversation. You wanted to stunt. You wanted to show me your bank account. You wanted to feel, and it's funny because
call us broke for having 100K. Bitch, post your bank statement. I posted mine.
That happened.
I posted mine. Post yours.
It's funny because you're constantly. I know. Oh, he's so cute. Look at this, you guys. Oh, I love you. How dare they come into our home? No, he's comfortable.
Oh, but I want to hold him.
How dare you come into my home, pet my dog, and then say they were pissing and pooping everywhere? They might have peed a couple of times.
I don't think so. I think they peed like once.
Yeah, but you know, they're still like training. It's okay, baby. So, yeah.
They didn't deserve you.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
I know you.
Oh, no, no, no.
I know you.
Oh, no, 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 no.
I know you.
Oh, you sweetheart. I have to mention this because they try to constantly crap and shit on us for, you know, not being naked on our OnlyFans and how no one's ever gonna pay for.
You don't show shit on your OnlyFans. You literally say no. You said until I told you to delete it. Yeah. No nudity on your OnlyFans. Who the fuck is gonna subscribe to an OnlyFans with no nudity,
when she was promoting her OnlyFans, she had the most dead face ever, and it looked so unappealing at all. She was like, "Yeah, I do OnlyFans too, but I don't show anything." And
so why would anyone subscribe? On OnlyFans, what are you doing? You don't even get naked. You won't even show it. That's why you're broke.
I showed them videos that I've put on my OnlyFans, and they're like, "Sis, your content is so hot." Even on their interview, they're like, "Your content."
Is there audio of that?
No, but they said it on our interview with them. She's like, "Your content is so hot. I saw videos." You don't have. I want anyone watching this, just any girl watching this. Don't be fooled by these girls. Don't think that because if you go on OnlyFans, if you get naked, you're gonna make 100,000. You can make extra cash with your clothes on. So I'm not gonna have anyone non-slut shame me. Like, cause we're getting shamed for not being slutty, basically.
Oh my god, yeah.
So they're slut shaming. They're doing the opposite of that. So they're shaming us for not being sluts. And I don't appreciate it. No. And also, I just want to say this too as well. AJ posted, I took a video with AJ and I sent it on my OnlyFans because they told me that they were gonna come sleep over, and I asked them, I go, hey, because you know I'm scared of my video being leaked and I'm not posting on OnlyFans, can we film content for my OnlyFans? I'll send it out for free. The people that signed up for you really just want some content. Oh yes, of course we can. We could do it at the sleepover and at the pool party. So I'm messaging people literally directly. Anyone who messaged me, I took my fee for messaging off. People are hitting me up on OnlyFans. I'm like, yes, they're sleeping over. We have a pool party tomorrow because this is the agreement that they agreed to. So at the pool party, me and AJ took a video together and I sent it out and I said, hey, everyone follow her. She posted me on her OnlyFans page and I will insert a clip of somebody who came from her page. And she posted on her timeline, to see the full video, subscribe to Danielle's, you know, OnlyFans. There was no full video. I don't do nudity, I don't do crazy, I don't do any of that on my OnlyFans. So people started coming to my page and said, hey, where's the full video? I'm like, there is no full video. They lie on their OnlyFans to trick you guys into subscribing. That's not me though. So then when all this happened, people are hitting her up saying they never agreed to do the sleepover. They never agreed to come over and do this and that. Again, lying to make us look bad.
Yeah.
Saying I scam people for my OnlyFans. No, dude. No, I didn't. You guys are liars and you do anything to trash on other people just to be talked about for 5 minutes longer.
And I also want to touch on people that are talking about women empowerment.
Have Lena be like, oh my god, I'm trying to protect you, girl. Women empowerment. And Lena's like, literally like, girl.
Women empowerment, but you sit there and call us like for sucking, but you're about women empowerment.
And how we're going against it. No, once you cross the line,
you be talking shit.
I'm coming for you. So I don't give a
women empowerment is null and void once you disrespect us.
Or you try to knock us down, or me as a woman and a mother.
And talk about our kid and our dogs. our kid. Period. Did we cover that we didn't want to take their job?
Anyways, Lena, fire her and hire the people that actually come prepared to the interviews. So to me,
she was trying to get hired by Adam.
They want to get us fired, so Adam and Lena will take their sides and hire them. Bro. Needless to say, we cleared the air behind cameras, off cameras, because this isn't for clout, this isn't for anything.
This is our job, and we take this seriously.
So serious.
And
we weren't saying hire people so we could get their spot, because we would never want to be on Nojumper. We were saying that to but we did joke around. I mean, we did joke around to the producers, like, you should get me, like, to swallow it on here, because I was saying that in the sense that their interview was so terrible and so unorganized, and mine is very organized and not terrible. Adam, you should have probably hired, you know, females that were of substance and mature, and you had to run a podcast. I'm not saying that's me and Gabby. It could have been anyone other than them. I literally tweeted you, added you, told you guys, I warned you guys they were gonna get you in trouble, and now you guys are gonna get in trouble. We weren't trying to take your jobs. I was merely saying in that Instagram post that you should not have people that could ruin your image, ruin others people's image, or sue you. Like, they put you, I literally told Lena, I am trying to help you. And she responded, stop trying to ruin, who the f is talking about your relationship? I am talking about your business. And the fact that we are sitting on this page, how do you guys think we knew about the threesome?
Our DMs a lot. We keep getting screenshots of the same thing over and over again. They're like, oh my God, they just posted. You better go see it. And I was like, girl, like, of course they're posting. What else do they have to go do? They don't do anything besides talk about us now.
Because
it has
Selena,
to. I know. You've already, because I literally just told you. So you have to live through it again.
But the thing is, in that message...
No, I'm going... You don't know the truth,
Selena
though.
can look bad because of that message. So I
you
feel
don't...
like she just
what the f***? I look like a crazy bitch.
It makes Selena look like a snitch.
I'm looking like a crazy bitch. No. First of all, how do you know that we're going to sell anything? We never told you guys that we're selling shit. Is this serious to you? That these girls are lying on our platform and literally
bitch, it's serious to me.
It is. It's serious to me because the two people that matter in this thing do feel some type of way because he just said it outside of the podcast. So I'm going to address it. When we're all in a group chat, me, Lena, Adam, and her. We're all in a gym chat. We all have our notifications on or whatever. We're all taking pictures. They saw a fucking message or whatever
in our group message.
They asked us. They're like, so like you really didn't have sex with Adam? You know, at that point, when we're having a pool day, we're like, girl, like no,
we couldn't lie because she went through the messages. She's seen that shit.
I was like, girl, like nah, but like I did, and I was like, it's funny because while we're all they asked like, was Lena and Adam there? We're like, yeah, through half of it, and then they went upstairs and we're, as soon as my scene was done, we went upstairs being nosy and caught them in the act. We wanted to watch some I even told her, I was like, no, dude, like, we finally deaded the beef. I apologized to her face because I really want to be friends with Lena. I really do. I genuinely want to be friends with Lena. So I was like, I finally apologized to her face.
We didn't sit behind them and see a group text message. I have astigmatism, so I'm blind as a bat. And then they said that we briefly saw a text message. A couple minutes later, AJ says they were going through the text message, which means you would have had to hand us your phone.
Let us know your password.
Let us know your passcode, and we were just going through your text. That didn't happen, bro. You told us verbatim, and I'll say it one more time, louder for the people in the back, and louder for Adam and Lena. Me and Gabby gained nothing out of telling you this truth. What do we get out of telling you what they told us?
They don't
nothing.
They don't like your female. They don't like your daughter's mother.
They said, and I quote, Lena is so jealous of us. When we got to the shoot, she pulled Adam aside because Adam wanted to stay and watch me get fucked. And you could just see it all over her face and all over her body language that she just didn't want that to happen. She kept saying, no, leave him be, we're not gonna stay. Then she said that midway through, because Lena is so insecure and, you know, worried about her coming to take her man, she took him upstairs to sleep with him. They followed suit, watched him nut all over her pregnant stomach. How would we know that?
And that they sucked they sucked her milky titty. And they said, and I quote, it was disgusting.
And not only that, if we're just seeing a quick, brief text message,
how would we get every little detail like that?
How would we know that?
Unless they literally just told us that and they were lying. Like, what if they told us that and they were completely lying?
No, they already admitted to it. Adam and Lena said that is what happened. They did go upstairs. They did, and he did murder my brother. All of that was true.
And so you guys really think we read that in a text message, embedded in our brains, and we were like, got it. Yep, got it. Got it. I'm over her shoulder. I'm looking, and I got it. Are you guys dumb, stupid, or dumb?
What do we get out of lying about that? Hey guys, just FYI.
Oh my god, they're faking it.
They're not having a threesome. Selena just gets plowed by some stripper. Rob the Piper.
No,
Rob
Piper.
Piper.
Porn star, not a stripper, right?
Oh yeah, porn star.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, we didn't make it up. Don't make us look stupid. And they're like, we love Lena. We squash beef. You guys were literally in the kitchen.
They're like,
shit talking about her.
Yeah, they're like, they did their research and they know that I just got out of this. No, you told us because as much as you're sitting here bashing us, you low-key wanted to be our friend.
Yeah, and not only that, you know that Lena is the scissors. She's gonna have you cut off in 4.3 seconds. So now that you got called out on your talking, you gotta kiss ass. Mm-hmm. No, Lena, we love you so much. We would never say anything terrible about you.
But the bizarre thing is that when Lena liked one of their pictures at the pool, they were like screaming.
They were screaming. Oh my, no, but I think they were screaming in the sense like, we're not losing our job tomorrow.
Yeah, but we didn't say shit at that point.
No, but they're like so petrified of Lena. They hate you, girl. They talk hella shit about you.
But you're powerful.
But
so
they know that you are the scissors that can cut the string.
Them billboard with their daddy, as they say. Daddy.
And don't get it twisted, she sat at our kitchen counter right before we went to Saddle Ranch and said, I'm in love with Adam and I can't wait to fuck him.
The second she gives birth, it's over for her. That's what she said.
But we made it up because we have so much to gain from making up that story.
And like we give a.
And I even said to Lena in my comment section and in my DMs, if lies are told about us on your platform, I'm going after Nojumper. 24 hours beforehand. So they then called these girls to jump on to not even on the day of their podcast, on somebody else's podcast to talk about us. Knowing how reckless they are. Probably because they think we're stupid and we're not going to do anything, and probably because they want the drama back and forth, because this must be the most drama they've had in a while. I'm not going to really spend too much time on this because we hear it every day that our bodies are botched, but they called our bodies botched. I don't know.
Every day.
Every day. We get called botched every day. These girls called us botched 1,000 times. I think botched SpongeBob was mentioned 550 times. I'm not going to get into it because I like my body. I don't really care if you do or you don't. But the fact that you called our bodies botched and then we're on your podcast complimenting us and saying that we're so beautiful and that you want to get a BBL where we got a BBL because you want to look like us, I'm just going to leave that there. Y'all are so contradicting. That's not a lie. I just wanted to point out that you're not only a liar, you're also a contradictor.
You're a fan.
I like eye contact. Yeah. You're so beautiful. I can't stop.
I know. I'm just, it's like mind baffling. And then they leaked my number. They made 5 fake pages or however many fake pages they made, posted my address, my apartment number, everything online. Luckily I was still awake, so I was reporting the comments and blocking those pages. And then when Gabby called them when we were on live last night, they said that they were going to leak it again. So admitted to making fake pages. They have so much time.
Which is
and that's
criminal
harassment.
offense.
And that's harassment.
Yeah, it's criminal offense. You literally could press charges for that. So
tell us why you called. Tell us why you called.
Okay, your number is going on Instagram right now.
Okay, and so is yours. And so is yours. And so is yours. And so is yours.
We're gonna leak your address right now.
I wish you would. I wish you would leak where I live, bitch.
You're on live right now. We're on live right now.
Okay, leak it. We already know you made we already know you made 5 fake accounts last night leaking my address. You dumb bird. Do it. Do it.
The amount of people I've been blocking on Instagram is a headache. I can kind of assume what they said on the platform from these comments. It's really kind of just disheartening that You know, I welcomed them into my home. I spent a lot of time and a lot of energy preparing for this podcast so it could be good for everyone viewing. She even made fun of me for getting her to cry. I'm not quite sure what exactly she said, but for getting her to cry about academics and that it was just like all a scheme or a ploy. No, I'm just good at what I do.
Yeah, it was like a raw emotion. I was really like, oh, this is so fucking sad.
And in that moment, I was like, okay, she's really not that bad of a person. People misjudge her. No, you guys. No one is misjudging
They're both
her.
terrible. I actually think AJ's worse. AJ,
she's like a dark, there's nothing there. There's like nothing behind the eyes. There's like no soul. But it makes me question, like, should I even do the podcast anymore, because I'm welcoming people in my home and I just don't know these people. I went out, I bought all the equipment I needed because studio space is just too expensive in LA. They want like $350 an hour. And I just did a really good interview with J-Lo beforehand. It just happened that GABI got in contact with Selena and it worked out and the interview went great.
She hit us up. I know. It's like literally just been a ploy. She probably was like, oh, she's popping on TikTok. Then went to my IG, unblocked me, and hit me up with that message, knowing we would probably ask her to be on the podcast. It's literally like, it was calculated. It was calculated.
I don't know what I'm gonna do for Swallow It from here on out because I do it at my home.
No, we're not doing it anymore. We made an executive decision. It's done. It's over. The gag is, after their podcast, before we went to the pool party, they had originally sent Russ a DM saying I was on the podcast, claiming him like we had an official relationship. First of all, I'm asked on Nojumper, did he ever give you a title? And I say, no. I've been very open about that.
They said they had a phone call with him. Even Adam asked on this newest episode.
And they said yes.
And they said yes again. And GABI contacted Russ. We're going to leave it at that. He sent the screenshot. And we're just going to go ahead and leave that screenshot. Just proving again that they're liars. And that's the end.
It was actually a video recording, but we needed to like scribble out names because fuck y'all. And thank you for sending us the screenshot.
Shout out to you.